My favorite phrase in the movie is in the coach's office when Grant says, "I'm so tired of average."
I'm so sick of average seasons.
You know, if we're going to do something, let's do it with excellence or let's get out of the game.
Stand by.
So I thought I just can't sit around or just lecture and walk away and see these dying people outside and do nothing about it. So I said, well, even if I don't know how to do it, I still am a human being. I can go and hold hands of another human being and try to see what I can do for him or her. And exactly in that spirit, I went out in the villages next door to the university campus, trying to see if I can do something. And my idea was, if I could do even one little thing which will help a person do a little bit better than it was, even for a single day, I thought my day will be made.
One person for one single day.
One single day.
Make their life better.
Yeah, and it's a long journey from being an academic and the arrogance of PhDs and so on and so forth, where you kind of fly very high. You want to solve everybody's problem all around the world because you know everything. So moving from that and feeling empty, feeling not being able to handle anything. So it's not even a village that I want to contribute to. It's just one single person. I said, at least that capacity as a human being I have. I can touch somebody and say, here I am, what can I do for you, and so on. So even for a day, I don't claim that I can help the person out and get out of the poverty and so on and so forth, or hunger. So this is what I was doing, and I was feeling a little bit rested that at least I can do something as a person, as a human being. Then I started noticing how people suffered for tiny, tiny little money. I had no idea people could suffer for that kind of money, not even in Bangladesh.
They were, in a way, you said slaves.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. So they were borrowing from the moneylenders to get that money because nobody would give them the money. And I was shocked when I saw a stool maker, a woman, making bamboo stool and making only 2 penny a day. And I couldn't...
Making 2 cents a day.
Just 2 cents a day for a whole day's work.
And who set the price that she could get?
And I asked why she makes only 2 penny, why 2 cents? She could have made much more by doing such beautiful work. She said, well, I didn't have the money to buy the bamboo to make this, so I had to borrow from a moneylender. So he puts the condition that I have to sell the entire product to him at the price that he decides. So I have no option to go to the market and sell it. So he takes the advantage of the price in the market and he gives me tiny little, and that's 2 cents a day. And I thought maybe bamboo is very expensive. So I said, how much does a bamboo cost? She said, maybe 25 cents. You mean you don't have 25 cents to buy the bamboo and you go to the moneylender? She says, yes, I have no other way. So it was a big shock for me. Here I am coming from the US with a degree and here talking about the big macroeconomy and going back to Bangladesh, teaching 5-year development plans, how to invest millions of dollars and billions of dollars, get the country off the hook and move forward. And coming to a village few years from the university campus, getting to know that people are suffering for 25 cents, not having it, not as a giveaway money, just to borrow the money and pay back. And that's when it hit me that how can I go around and find out who else is a sufferer of that?
Did you go to banks then and say?
Not yet. So I went around in the village to see how many other people are victims of that situation, becoming as a slave labor for the moneylenders. When I finished my list, there are 42 names on my list, and the total money they needed was $27. And I couldn't believe that things like that can happen. And I have never read in my textbooks, never read in anywhere that people suffer like this for less than $1 a piece. And they became slaves, they became kind of prisoners in the hands of the moneylenders. So that's when I reacted by bringing this $27 from my pocket. I said, I can solve this problem, I have the capacity. So I went around according to the list, gave them, and the message that I gave, give this money back to the moneylenders. And you sell your product in the market and get good money. Immediately your profit increases, your income increases. They were excited. They couldn't believe that something like this happened to them.
But you also said to him, you'll pay me back when
Yes,
you can.
exactly.
This is a loan. I'm not
This is
giving
a loan.
you
I'm
this.
not giving it away. This is a loan because I thought if I give it away, they will feel that I'm not a beggar. Why should you give it to me? Because I will be hitting their dignity. I don't want to hit their dignity. So I said, this is good because they're borrowing from the moneylender and they're paying back the moneylender. So why shouldn't they pay me back same way? And I'm not asking for any interest. That subject didn't even occur in my mind. All I'm saying, you pay me back whenever you can, but return the money. So the kind of sense of liberation that came in their mind, that hit me. They thought it was a miracle, and I didn't do anything, just $27. They thought it is something coming from heaven, coming. And I'm doing it for the last 28 years. Started in one village with 42 people with $27.
Right.
Today it's a nationwide program in Bangladesh with 3.5 million borrowers, 95% women, as I mentioned. And they have been borrowing over tiny little money.
You've
We're
loaned up
managing
to
that.
what, $5 billion?
So nearly $5 billion. Today, this year we'll be giving, in single year, we'll be giving out in loans, tiny loans, more than $500 million. Finally, we persuaded the government, and government passed a law to create Grameen Bank, the bank that we
Now, what
created.
Grameen means what?
Grameen means village, just a village bank. That's all
Local
it-
or rural? Or
Rural. It's a rural
right,
is a better
right.
word. Yes, a rural bank. That's all. So we created that. We became a bank on our own, and then we expanded. We expanded right away all over Bangladesh. And now we, as I said, and the bank is owned by the borrowers. This is another distinguishing
point,
feature
yeah.
of Grameen Bank. It's not owned by me. It's not owned by any rich person or somebody else or a
Wait,
government.
you're getting nothing out of this but psychic income?
I'm just an employee of this bank, that's all. And I feel very happy that I worked for this bank because it worked for so many families, 3.5 million families, 3.5 million families in Bangladesh.